Hello friends and welcome to a new knitty video. My name is Céline and I have just come back from the Knit and Stitch show, which is the UK's largest craft show. It takes place here in London at Alexandra Palace and I filmed a couple bits to take you guys along, so let's see what I got up to. Hi friends, I'm here with Karin. We're headed to Alexandra Palace for Knit and Stitch. Coming out of the station, there were so many people who were waiting for the bus, and we saw on the map that it's only a 14-minute walk, and we were wondering why everyone opted for the bus. But now we know, because it's all uphill. Oh my goodness. We are literally the only ones walking. Karin is entirely touching up, putting her roll-on perfume. What perfume is this?
It's Malin and Goods, my favorite.
It's really good.
And it's the dark ram.
Stunning.
Highly recommended. Addiction.
We're gonna be there in 10 minutes and we're going to catch up with Katie. Karin is super excited. You've already been, right?
Mm-hmm. Many times.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. It's my first time. Apparently the venue's amazing. How are you feeling about purchases, Karin?
I don't have any plans.
You don't have any plans. Karin and I don't need more yarn, and I have a lot of beautiful yarn in my stash, which is such a blessing. So I go to the yarn show with the intention of just seeing beautiful things, absorbing nice vibes, seeing all the pretty knitters walking around and enjoying the views. Oh my goodness! Stunning! That's the city, that's the Shard. Absolutely stunning.
I'm soaring through the sky, hills that I ignore. I always start the fight. I say it dims my light. I've been on fire lately. We're about to collide, but he still calls me baby. I haven't played nice yet, he still wants me. I give him hell, but heaven sent him. I was a girl with dreams so wide, eyes full of wonder, heart open, untied. The world seems such a place to live. Hey baby. Can I tell you what's on my mind? 'Cause
friends, I'm here cooking in the sun with Katie.
So nice. Hello.
This is Katie Snooks, Kate Snooks on YouTube and Instagram.
That's correct.
We've just been to Alexandra Palace to that knit and stitch show. And what did we think?
I thought it was very big, very busy, and not very much knitting. What did you think?
Yeah, I think it was definitely more sewing focused. There was loads of embroidery, which was really sweet and cute to see, but not a lot of yarn, I would say. And I get very overwhelmed with when there's a lot of people. So I didn't purchase anything because I get overwhelmed and I just got confused. But Katie managed.
I did buy something, but I bought it before you guys arrived. I was drawn to it. I saw it. I bought it. And then after that, I was very overwhelmed by everything else. And also what I purchased isn't knitting related. I don't even think it's very much embroidery or stitch related either. It is crafty, and this is probably bad. I'm going to get a new hyper fixation. So I found a stall by a guy called Lucas Ruth Leather Goods, and it's a make your own leather journal. And I don't know about you, but I love stationery. September for me growing up was the best time of year because it meant I could go to WH Smith and buy a new notebook. So basically it's like a make your own leather notebook, and you got to choose your leather, your strap, your thread, and you get to put it all together again. I chose this really beautiful dark leather for my bound book, and then to tie it together I found a nice tan bit of leather, and I got some black thread. Oh, this just makes me so happy. And then it has all the pages. Yeah, you get your little instructions, and I get to make a little leather notebook. I'm so excited. This makes me really happy, and I'm planning to use it as like a little knitting notebook.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you going to like track your rows, or are you going to put some design ideas? Just a little bit of everything, right?
I'm also one of those people that can't start a notebook because I get so worried that I'll ruin the first page, and then I like
Karen's the same.
Rip the page out, and then I feel like I've ruined, I don't know. So maybe I'll write down some patterns that I want to make, and then maybe I can track the yarn I've been using, or like do some little sketches. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm very excited about it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. It's gonna be amazing. Katie's wearing the most beautiful garment that she hand knitted.
It's very hot. I don't get very much wear out of this because it is so hot. So I'm wearing my Yoon sweater. This is a pattern by November Knits. I used Knitting for Olives Heavy Merino in Thundercloud and their soft silk mohair in Midnight. Oh, it's just got really high split hem, loads of ribbing, a really nice like raglan detail. I just love this jumper. I followed it exactly to pattern, and I actually really love November Knits as a designer. I think they've got some really beautiful pieces.
It looks so stunning on you.
Thank you.
I love it.
And what is Céline wearing today?
I'm wearing my Winnie sweater. This is my own pattern. It's the first one I ever released. It's finally cold enough, although now it's definitely not cold enough. It's so warm right now, but this morning was pretty chilly, so that's what I'm wearing. This is made in Isier Soft. I think shade is E8S.
How many balls did you use for
This
it?
was 7 balls.
It's quite cheap.
Yeah, it is really affordable yarn, which is really nice because, of course, you hold it single, right? And it's got that fluff that kind of mimics the mohair. You don't really have to hold it with anything else. Just what we've been working on while waiting for our pizza at the restaurant and on the train. This is the Coffee Run sweater by Kutowa Kika, but I'm making it in the most gorgeous yarn. I've been waiting to find this yarn for 2 years. This is the Noro Silk Garden Sock Solo in the shade S1 Omitama. It's a very rare find. I'm holding it. This skein looks quite miserable. This is Isier Silk Mohair in the shade 6, which is a beautiful champagne color. And I think it looks fabulous. I'm really happy with how it's looking. But I thought this relatively simple raglan design would... this is a really up close and personal. I thought this simple design would be really good for this crazy yarn. It's not too crazy. It's like a subdued version of crazy. This is something you can't see in the sample photos, but there's this twisted rib running down the sides of the body, which I think is such a beautiful little detail. So yeah, it's time for Karin.
I'm wearing my own design, which is the Breza pullover, and I live in it. Sweater season started, and
You never took it off?
no, I never took it off. I always wear it. It also, the yarn is really nice. It's Urga by Fonti.
Like it's the next softest thing after cashmere.
Exactly. This is a yak and merino blend. It's also undyed. It's natural. I made 3 and I'm working on my 4th one.
On your 4th one? Oh my gosh.
Not the same color.
Let's see it, because that's actually your whip.
I'm using again Urga by Fonti, and the colorful one is Pio Pardo by Rosarios 4. I just wanted something more fun.
So
But it's
beautiful.
exactly the same design. I'm just basically changing the color.
What was your opinion about knit and stitch?
My favorite stand was the one with the little cashmere toys.
It won Best Stand,
Best
award
Stand
of
award.
2025, which was really
Yeah.
good.
And it was really cute. Oh my god, it was so cute. But the venue, it's
Beautiful.
really beautiful. It's just
And
it
the
was
view?
worth coming here.
Hello?
And today, hello, the sun and the
The
view
sun came out.
and
Hello, friends. It's been a couple hours. I've now met up with Mr. Woozy. We're going to go on a little autumn walk, autumn afternoon/evening, just to wind down from the busy morning that I had. I'm topping up with my hydration because when it gets busy around me, when a lot of things are going on, my thirst receptors sort of disconnect from my brain and I forget to drink. But I've been pretty good today thanks to my water bottle, which, by the way, isn't she so cute in this lavender shade? In fact, let's sit down because I want to show you what she can do because she's pretty cool. I had no idea I could be this excited about drinking water. This is the WaterH Boost Smart Water Bottle. Basically, she keeps me accountable and is the sole reason why I'm not completely dehydrated these days. Today has been a chilly autumn day full of walking and standing and chatting and just overwhelming sights. So it was very important for me to take her with me today. This morning I filled her with water and I tossed in a couple ice cubes. So it's been about 6 hours, so it's kept the water nice and cold for me this whole time. And while I was at the event today, I got notifications on my phone from the WaterH app to remind me that it was time to hydrate. And it's so fun to drink because it has this little LED screen that tells me that today I've drunk 34% of my little water goal. And look what it does. So I just drink. And now, after that big gulp, I'm at 37%. It's so satisfying. It's like a little game. I'm leveling up. I love tracking all my drinking stats on the WaterH app. So when I first got the bottle, I inputted all my details. So my age, my height, my weight, my exercise habits, and all of that. And based on that, I calculated my minimum intake. And so I have the goal of drinking 2,200 milliliters of water a day. You can also add an extra drink. So if you have something on the side, say you have a tea or something like that, you can add that so it contributes to you reaching your end goal. Also, when it's time to drink, so for me, every 90 minutes, this ring at the base of the cap lights up all in blue, and it's such a nice little nudge to remind me to drink, especially when I'm so distracted by all the knitting and the yarn. Poor Mr. Woozy filming here used to have to remind me to drink water all the time, but now I'm so glad to say that he can sit back and relax because she's doing all the work for him. So if you also forget to drink water because you're too busy slaying the knitting universe, this gal makes drinking water super easy and a great fun time. I'll leave the link to the WaterH Boost Smart Water Bottle below if you're interested. I really wanted to fill you in on a new project that I started, so let me get that out. By the way, I'm wearing my large cherry project bag by the Knitting Swan today. It's just really handy and ergonomic and user-friendly. It's got like loads of pockets and I can just reach for everything. So yeah, it's great. It's also a knitting project bag, so I can just throw in my knitting as well. So this is her. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. So basically, I received the most incredible gift from Cardiff Cashmere. I picked a nice box of their classic base in the shade 578, I believe. It's this gorgeous hot pink, but a bit deeper than like the average electric hot pink. It's like a cherry tone. And I'm making a little blouse inspired by a Winx. I always talk about the Winx in my videos for one reason or the other. They are a cartoon that I used to love when I was younger. It's a big patrimony of the Italian country. They have incredible fashion, and so there's this one Winx called Flora, and she's so stunning. So I thought it only makes sense for me to design a pattern inspired by one of them. This is the work that I've done in a day, so I'm just really keen, you know? And it's cashmere, so it's so soft.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you. Home
stopped for a snack. Although it's like 5 p.m, so it's not really snack time because it's quite close to dinner, but I want a snack. And I feel like I haven't done an eating segment in one of my vlogs in a long time. Thank you. We're having WaterH. I don't think I've ever had it before. How is it, Mr. Woozy? Good?
First step for the woman on the moon, pioneer in silence. Time is dilating with the movement. Aluminum darling, spinning in the darkness. Wondering where the heart is, he goes. New earth, I want it for you.
Hi friends, it is a new day, and right now I really feel like having a sit down knitty chatty time together. So if you would like, let's grab our knitting and hang out. A little update on the coffee run, which I've already shown you in this video. We have split for sleeves and have worked, what, about 10 centimeters, 4 inches below the split, and it's looking fabulous. I tried it on earlier today and it's looking even better than I was imagining. I'm absolutely loving how the colors are being displayed, and this is the project I'll be working on once I'm done showing you the other thing that I'm working on. This is the hot pink cashmere project. It's not gonna look like much, it looks quite funny actually, but I started working on the front panel. You can't really tell, but I'm trying to do an asymmetrical neckline and I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to unravel, which is fine. It's literally not much unraveling. It didn't take me much to do this little bit here, but I'm gonna have to take a different approach. Hopefully I'll figure this out. I've never done an asymmetrical neckline or kind of like a weird shaping to the neckline that's not just very geometrical and easy to achieve, mathematically speaking. Basically, the way I want it to look is almost like a diagonal teardrop. I'd like the neckline to go like this and come straight down on this left side. And right now I feel like the swoop across the front of the chest is just too horizontal. I'd like to give it more of a slant because I think this way it'll just look like a squared neck. So yeah, I'll just try again. But yeah, once I figure that neck shaping, then I'll obviously knit down to reach the armholes, and then I'll join everything in the round. And I think at that point, I'll try it on, but potentially I'm gonna give it a mid-project block because it doesn't have any positive ease. I think a mid-project block would reveal the actual size that I'm working with, because now I'm kind of scared that it's too small. Other than that, I'm absolutely loving working with Cardiff Cashmere. I've worked with it before, and this color is just so priceless. I'm obsessed with it. It's so beautiful. Let me show you what it looks like in the box, because it looks like a bunch of raspberry donuts. I always say that the Cardiff Cashmere boxes look like a box of donuts. If you guys don't know, I love donuts. So of course I think these look like donuts, but I mean, isn't it so stunning? I can't even deal. I am so happy to be working with Cardiff Cashmere on this because they are our brand from Italy. They're an Italian brand. They are in Biella, which is northern Italy. It's like 2 hours away from where I was born and where my parents are. It's just really nice because I feel like everything knitting wise happens in Denmark. So Italy represent. I thought when I learned about Cardiff Cashmere that it was from Cardiff in Wales, but no, I met the owners of Cardiff Cashmere this year in H&H. I actually have a vlog about that. If you want to check it out, I'll leave it down below. It was pretty fun weekend. But I specifically asked them, if you guys are from Italy, why is it called Cardiff? And the man explained that it's just a composition of 2 words abbreviated. So car comes from lana cardata, which is carded wool, and diff I can't remember, but I think it was something like diffusa, like diffused. I don't know. Anyways, it's just two terms that classify a yarn type, I believe. Let me actually sip some of my tea. So I'm so excited because my favorite tea brand is finally in their Christmas period. So they're releasing all of their Christmas flavors again. And there is my favorite tea in the whole wide world. I'll link it down below in case you're interested. It's basically like drinking a cookie. It's so good, and so I'm drinking that. Unfortunately, it's black tea, so I can only drink it during the day because I don't drink coffee, I don't drink any caffeine. So if I have this before going to bed, it will give me even a harder time falling asleep because I don't like to fall asleep and I'm not good at it. So I can't have it before going to bed, which is the most heartbreaking thing in the world, but at least I can have it during the day. But yeah, I guess let's start knitting. I was really inspired by my friend Katie to time how much it takes me to knit this sweater. She actually has a whole series on her Instagram where she takes you through the process of making a whole sweater from start to finish and tells you how much it takes her. It's so cool, interesting. So I will link her Instagram down below so you guys can check that out. I'm also timing how long it's taking me. I'm not being super precise with it. I've definitely forgotten to press play on my stopwatch a couple times and I've realized maybe like 5 minutes in. So it'll be, you know, more or less. And I'm filming a project vlog for this, so that will all be listed in that video. Not sure when it's coming out. I guess when this will be done. I also wanted to announce, I don't want to jinx it, but I think I got my knitting spark back. I think as a knitter, it can be hard to come to terms with a period in which you don't really feel like knitting, or at least you don't have that absolute fire, you know? Throughout my time being a knitter, I've always had such a burning desire to be knitting all the time. And in the last couple months, it fizzed away a little bit for me. It was a little bit hard to come to terms with that also because I've got, you know, my Woozy project. I guess I'm quite lucky because quite a few of you also tell me that you're okay and you're happy to watch my videos even if they're not strictly entirely about knitting, which gives me a lot of freedom and helps me not to stress out if I'm going through a little bit of a knitting crisis, if we want to be dramatic and call it that. But that being said, I think I'm back on it. I'm back on the bandwagon. I'm always thinking about knitting all day at work. I cannot wait to get on that tube to knit for an hour. Anytime I'm working on my responsibilities, I just want to get back to the needles and it feels so good. I'm starting to feel like myself again. Let me know if you've ever gone through a little bit of a knitting crisis and what pulled you out of it. Was it a pattern? Was it a color? A specific yarn base? If you are currently experiencing a knitting slump, a knitting crisis, I'm the living proof that you can get out of it. And I didn't even actively do anything. It just happened. The universe, the destiny brought me here. You just have to trust that it will come back and you don't even have to work for it. It's all about the energies. Also, let's talk about new patterns. I was scrolling through my Instagram yesterday and my favorite things, let me pull the post up. She's gonna soon come out with her first polo pattern. Okay, forget about it. It's already out. So this is polo number 1. What can I say, guys? I am obsessed with it. She's saying in the caption here that this took her so much effort to figure out exactly how the construction was going to be. And I think that really shows. It just fits so well. It looks store-bought. It's just so perfect. I love how chunky the collar is. And the button band is also super chunky and gorgeous. Now, since the English pattern is not available yet, we only have Danish, Swedish, and Norwegian. I don't speak none of those languages, so I'm unable to read and understand the workflow of this. So let's look at a photo of the shoulder to try and understand what she did and how it's constructed. Now, it looks like this top section of the shoulder was knitted earlier, and then she later picked up some stitches from there for the sleeves. But then if we look at the join, sort of the seam between the sleeve and the front panel, that looks like one whole seamless bit. It looks like the sleeves are just increases coming off of the front panel. Basically how you would work a sleeve cap in a saddle shoulder, in a contiguous saddle shoulder construction. I think that's what's going on. Either way, it looks stunning, super well tailored, and I'm quite interested in it. Don't know if I would make it in stripes myself. I've always wanted to do the, I think it's the Elizabeth blouse by Petite Knit that is also a polo shirt. And I've always wanted to do that in Knitting for Olive's Dusty Violet colorway, but I'm thinking maybe I could consider this pattern instead. Speaking of petite knit, let me look at some of her most recent patterns because I feel like I'm out of the loop. She came out with her Valerie blouse, which I think is really pretty and flattering on her. What else did she release? The Frankie sweater. Is this a new one? She's got the Olga blouse. I'm pretty sure that's new. I wanted to ask you guys, what do you feel about designers doing these big collections? For example, with petite knit, the Olga collection. Well, she's got the blouse, the sweater, the cardigan or the jacket, whatever. How do you guys feel about that? So this is my stance, and let's take my catalog as an example. We've got the Suki sweater and the Suki cardigan. Both come from the Suki collection. Fit is the same, the gauge is the same, measurements are the same. But of course, the instructions differ when it comes to the construction because a jacket or a cardigan is knitted flat and then a sweater isn't, and then the cardigan has the button band and etc. You know, there are tweaks to it. Some people might want a sweater and not the cardigan, so you have the option. Now, that being said, something that I've just implemented as a designer is that if you do end up wanting both for whatever reason, they kind of can purchase it together as a bundle and save money on it. So for example, with petite knit, for the other Olga patterns in the Olga universe, say it's the blouse where the gauge is different and the math is completely different, I think that can be considered a pretty much different design. So yeah, I think that's where I stand, but I'd be really curious to know what you guys think. Would you buy multiple patterns from the same design universe, the same model universe? Let me know. I'm really curious. Also, just to know for my future projects and any future designs. I think enough of that. Let's get back to knitting. I wanted to share my joy about giving myself a little spa evening last night. A bit of background, when I was in high school, I was really into my beauty YouTube and makeup and skincare. Fast forward to about 2 years ago when I started to seriously work. I stopped doing my eyebrows, I stopped doing face masks, I stopped doing any sort of spa related thing. I never ever moisturize my body after a shower. And I was like, oh my goodness, if I don't have a spa evening, I will lose it. I've just not been kind to my physical body and I've not done anything for it. So last night I took 2 hours to myself, put my favorite music on and worked to take care of my body. I moisturized for the first time in 2 years, my whole body. I always moisturize my face and hands, but not my body. I did a face mask, I did a pore strip, I did my eyebrows, I cut my little front pieces, bang thingies. I did a hair mask. I put my light therapy mask on my face. I gave myself a blowout and I feel so nice. Who knew that all I needed was 2 hours of spa at home? So this is a gentle reminder and encouragement that if you're due for a little spa time, do it tonight because it will make you feel amazing. Even if you're not that type of person that would do it, I think once in a while, everyone should pamper themselves because I feel like I was reborn. That's where I'm at with life. I'd love to know what makes you feel reborn like this spa session did for me last night. What is your ultimate form of self-care that completely resets you? What time is it? I've been chatting for a long time, but it's been a productive chat, I would say. Let me know how much knitting you got done. Of course, I also want to know what project is on your needles. I always love to gather points of inspiration from you guys. I was in such big mood to chat today and I got it out of my system, which feels great. Although the weather's not great right now, I am in the mood to go on a long walk towards a big grocery store. There are no big grocery stores around me. They're only small, super expensive corner shops. And the other day I went to that big grocery store for the first time in a long time and I had the best time ever. So I kind of want to do that again. Actually, before I go, do you want to see what I bought last time? I got a kitchen sponge in the shape of Stitch. It's so cute. This is the type of purchase I live for and just the kind of thing that makes life that much better when you're washing the dishes, but you're washing it with Stitch. Like, that's just so good, right? All right, after that show and tell, I think it's time for me to go. Friend, I thank you so much for sticking till the end of this video. I always really appreciate the company. I will leave my Instagram on screen in case you'd like to follow my creations more in real time, see what I'm up to with my cashmere project, with my coffee run. Sometimes I do an Instagram live. We can hang out on there, quite similar to this little chat situation that we've just had. And now I lost my train of thought. I think I will say bye for now, and I hope to see you in my next video.